Hello, hello, everyone. Sorry I'm so late. By God. I had to explain to my mom what brain rot content was because my niece is like watching a shitload of it. And I was low-key concerned. So thank you so much for that lurk, Cal. I appreciate it. We're going to try and get into like actually doing this on time today. As long as I get this done, it doesn't really matter. And then after this, I gotta go to my office hours with my students. But I also wanted to say thank you to everyone who has subbed to me over on YouTube. Especially, I can see Stone. Thank you so much for that. We are getting very close to 700. What should I do for 700? Maybe I'll do like a live stream party. I don't know, anything is possible. I don't know why there would be no baseboard in the hallway over there, that little alcove. That's weird. I just don't want Maisie to be watching brain rot content. Trying to think of a creative way that I could explain to her what brain rot is with, like, she's 5, right? So explaining to a 5-year-old what brain rot content is and why we don't look at it. And that's the tricky bit. That's where that gets difficult. That is not good. I'm just gonna mirror the other side because I don't want to include all of this weird shit here. I'm lazy. I feel like Marcus the VR chat worm today. I'm going to be entering my evil era. I am evil again. I'm going to throw ass. Throw it back. I gotta try and figure out where I want to go eat, because I've been eating a lot of Asian food. But I haven't had good Mexican food in a hot second. Yeah, nice. Okay. It's time to say goodbye. Oh, I love this pose, though. Let me see here. No, it's that first one, for sure. On the plus side, this page is going to be super easy. I have to make sure my fingies are not all messed up. Maybe this one can curve around the edge of the frame a little bit. Oh, I love this song so much. All right, let me get this over here because I do have to censor some stuff. Well, honestly. I gotta be really careful here. Let's see. Because if this is the... I'll worry about this after drawing her, but I just wanted the line here to be able to understand what I need to censor, or not censor, fucking cover up. Ugh. I need to finish Black Myth Wukong. I got overwhelmed because it was really hard. And I like hard games, I just don't like it when they're that hard, you know what I'm saying? So pretty, this song is so nice. This mirrors that one shot of her mom in the door from earlier in the story, which is super clever. Not to pat my own back, but it's also pretty good. Okay, so now truly hello. I love how my mom let me listen to this as a kid, but had issues with System of a Down's aerials. I'm gonna think about that for the rest of my life, probably. might. Save her face, eyes. And this looks fucked up and funky, but... Whoops. I think I need to stylize this more. Okay, there we go. I'm off my face. I'm off my face. Okay. It's just a touch too large. You're gonna see me, yeah, you're never gonna see me again. Okay, so now I need like the fun stuff here. Wow. Hey, guess what? It's time to feed the Snorlax. If you haven't eaten a snack yet today, you need to. These guys are incredible. Fire like a tiger. Ride a Benzo, get your hands up. Ride a Benzo, get your hands up. Ride your Benzo, get your hands up. Are you ready for the break? for the dance of the night? Are you ready for the dance of the night? Are you ready for the dance of the night? For the dance of the night? For the dance of the night? Okay, so I think I'm gonna put like a crooked. I'm gonna move this up probably. The back of the beyond. And then I'll put like a portrait or something in there. Wrong with this one. Okay. Disappear from view. Okay, so this is actually kind of wild because there's not really a lot going on because this lady's whole house is like white. I might do a darker door. And then I have to effectively Actually, let me only select this color because otherwise this is going to be dumb. Oh, you want to know who didn't do this right? It's me. Okay, time to do this manually because I fucked it up. This is the first time I've done this manually in a minute. There we go. Much better. My bad. All right, let's go get a picture of a family or something. What am I doing here? actually are you wearing? I need... Oh, this one's good. But I don't like the ring light. Let me see, hold on. Wedding, photo, black, woman, white, husband. Let me see if I can get the specifics on this. I don't... Oh! Maybe I will. Oh my god, wait. I tried. Cursed. Okay, that did not help me. Oh, but actually, this one's not bad. It's not the right body type for the guy, but like, at what point does it matter? Because she would not be allowed to have a photo of her and her last husband. Oh, this is good. This one's a good one. I don't like that. Oh, I was like, why can't I see anything? Oh, that's good. Damn you. That 1 pixel. I'm going to probably do like a crack over top of the actual illustration here, or the photograph in the frame, because that makes sense. Okay. Okay, let me look up a reference for this. Yeah, it's just like I gotta pick a puncture point and then spider web it across as effectively. It looks like he punched it. Yeah, he punched it straight up. I love these kinds of things because it's like, it's not shit that I like intend. You know, like when I go to make like the comic panel, I'm not thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna have like a cracked frame here, you know, where he hit the shit out of it. Like that's not in my script notes at all. It's just like that's the way that it ends up turning out, you know? Oh, this looks really good. I didn't want that to go off the page on accident. Lots of sound effects on these last couple pages. It's nice to do a short page that's like actually easy to handle. Okay, easy. Nope, I always do this. Hydrate. Oh, we got a self-care combo. Don't be shrinkly. It's just me, I think, but I will self-care combo. I'm gonna finish or continue my breakfast / lunch. Hooray! I stretched. That's good. I'm glad it did not get lost in the void. That would have sucked. What kind of teas did you get? Let me just get rid of this shit. Then I'm going to say view, layers. I'm going to save this document actually. Image, duplicate, 48. Get rid of all this shit. Okay, so, all right, before I continue onto this page, I'd like to reiterate this is the time where this content is going to get very, very dark. I'm trying to figure out how to show this without showing it. But if you do not want to see content that has to do with suicide or attempted suicide, I don't show anything, and the person does not die. The attempt does not like even really start. Sean is able to stop the attempt before it even happens. But if that's content that you're uncomfortable with, feel free to dip out of the stream. I'm not going to show anything in terms of the art. I have to try and figure out a way to like tastefully show this without showing it, if that makes sense. So just as a warning, if you're uncomfortable with this, please feel free to exit out. And once this chapter gets done, there won't really be these kinds of themes in the final stuff. Okay. How do I want to do this? Okay, let me see here. I'm going to do some quick ideation and research really quick. Hey, yeah, reindeer fuel and Kringles. Oh, I like the Kringles Crush. I like that one a lot. Yeah, the reindeer fuel does smell good. Hi, Gabby, how you doing? We just got done with this page. I don't know if you heard the content warning. But I'm going to be covering suicidal topics on this page. So if that is something that you're uncomfortable with, it's totally cool. You can dip out on this page. I'll probably be covering those topics both this stream and next stream. But that's it. That's all that the page is showing. And I'm not going to show anything directly on the page. So just as a heads up. Okay, I think I have an idea of how I want to handle this. I think I'm just going to do a silhouette so that way you can't really see. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just feel like I need to give people a warning because I don't want anybody to come into the stream and be jump scared by this. Okay. But yeah, I'm doing pretty okay. I am feeling pretty good about the progress that I'm making today. I finished the panel that I really needed to. I like this one. I am sleepy bee. Sleepy bee. True. That's valid. Like, oh, there's just a butt. It's like, okay. That's like a traditional Japanese house. We don't want that one. Yeah, just two booty cheeks. Yeah. I really need like a specific vibe. High five. I need a specific vibe for this house because like this is beautiful. Nobody actually succeeds, but it's Sean's mother, and effectively she gets to the point because effectively what's happens to her up to this point in the comics, and that's kind of what Sean is discovering over this chapter in particular, is that the guy that killed her husband, so Louis Hong, who used to work for Sean's dad at his company, because Sean's dad is, I think, like a very successful, like, I would assume probably like a business tax accountant or something, like something that makes quite a lot of money. And Louis used to work for Sean's dad and then decided that he wanted to take over all of his clients and take over the business, and so effectively brought him out to a bridge in LA and was like, jump. And so killed Sean's dad after coercing him into signing over the entire company over to him. So he took over Sean's dad's entire business, and this was when Sean was still a baby. So it's been effectively almost 20 years since this has happened. In that meantime, Louis Hong decided that he didn't want anybody squealing about what he did, so he forced Sean's mom to marry him so that way they could keep quiet about the whole situation. And Sean's mom was so worried that Louis Hong was going to kill Sean as well that she effectively gave Sean away to an orphanage. And then that's where Sean ended up getting picked up by her adopted dad, Enzo. So that's where Enzo kind of steps into the picture here. And so now Sean is slowly... Oh, there's the window. That's the one. Sean is slowly putting all these pieces together, and unfortunately, now she has tried to go to the police, to Bo, to try and get somebody to do something about it, but it turns out that Bo is a corrupt cop, and he effectively just walked into this house and alerted Louis Hong to the fact that people were onto him, and he just walked away. He just walked away scot-free. And now Wendy is kind of at the end of her rope, literally and figuratively, and effectively would rather die than have to continue to deal with this situation. But thankfully, Sean is going to show up literally just in the nick of time and remedy the situation and save her mom from doing this. But in the original story, it's almost exactly a one-for-one where this guy effectively took over Sansang's dad's identity and then forced the mom to, like, marry him. And in order to preserve her honor, she decided that she was going to end her life because she was sick of that shit. So, thankfully, Sean's mom tries, but does not succeed. Okay, I'm gonna need, like, a chair also. Actually, what I'm gonna do before I tilt this, before I Dutch angle this, I'm gonna make this the right size. Let me get the chair in here, and then turn it. Let's see. Can I get a chair? Yeah, and thankfully things do work out. And actually, at the end of this, Sean's dad ends up coming back to life, which is fucking great. I got to that point in the original book, and I was like, that's sick. So he ends up being okay. Sort of, I guess, as okay as somebody who died and literally came back to life can be okay, but, like... Oh, this is a pretty good chair. I like this chair. She's gonna have to go through some serious shit, and this whole first arc is gonna be taking out Louis Hong, and it turns out that that guy is actually working for a really big, like, top-tier demon, who is the main... Well, I don't know if Princess Ironfan counts as a demon. I don't think that she does. Oh, interesting. She is often considered demoness. Okay, so yes, she does count. Apparently in Lego Monkey Kid, she was a celestial maiden. But that is, I don't think that applies. But yeah, she's a top tier, very intense demon. Look at this chair. Whoops. So this is really the beginning, I think, for Sean figuring out, like, how bad the problem actually is, and that the demon issue is... It's just beyond, like, people being homeless. You know, it's like, it's beyond just, like, oh, you know, this is just people being, like, failures. I also have to add a beam in here somewhere. Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't thought too heavily on her backstory yet for this particular comic. I don't know what I want to do with her yet. Because a lot of these people in this comic are like demons that have moved from China or other places in East Asia to, like, do their due, you know? God, that's impressive. It's not perfect. But... Oh, but that one's pretty damn good. That's crazy. Technology! Okay, not like it matters. Not like my goal here is to have a photorealistic, like, merge. Crazy. Alright, so now I'm going to take this whole thing. And I'm going to grab this. Oh. Whee! Let me see here. Sure, and then that's like this. I'm going to have this ceiling. Actually, before I do this, also, I'm going to make this way easier for myself. And then let me... Oh, that's a good one. Perfect. Okay. Jolly good. Yeah, I'm really glad that I love the like intensity of this story without it being like so like there's a lot of good endings for characters. It's very rare that good people die. And I appreciate that about Chinese historical media a lot, where it's like, yeah, sure, there's a lot of action and there's a lot of death, but it's not a lot of like good people dying for the sake of them dying, you know? Okay, so let me put her on this chair. Okay. I'm going to kind of make this a little bit asymmetrical because I'm going to use the rule of thirds effectively and put this over there like this. And then we're going to crop this. And then effectively I'm going to do a beam here too that kind of cuts like this. I'm going to just really be using graphic shapes here. I'm going to have to be careful though. Trying to figure out where I want this object to be on her, because I could just put it in her hands and have it be very clear that she is like getting ready to do it, but she's not actually going to like get there. Like she hasn't put it up yet. And I think that that's what this is going to be. It is insane that we have the technological power. Oh, I gotta watch out for this. Actually. There we go. That we have the power to be able to like effectively blend images like this. OG Photoshop could never. For like product design, that's like really incredible. Or interior like mock-ups and stuff for decor. Yeah, this chair was not there. No, Photoshop has this amazing tool that they just debuted, and like it does use some generative AI to be able to pull it off. But the tool itself I would not consider generative. but effectively you add an object into a scene and then you hit this button, and it's called like the harmonize button, and it will match the lighting. Like you can see how it added, like this is where the shadow cuts off, but it added this, all of these cast shadows, and then it unified the lighting on the object to match the photograph. I'm like, that's insane. That's bananas. The site that I use to get all the images for my comic is called Pexels. It's PEXELS.com, Pexels. And it is amazing. As it says here, it is the best free stock photos, royalty-free images, and videos. They are all 100% royalty-free, all of them. And so you can get all sorts of stuff. Photos, videos. I use this as my B-roll for a lot of my, like, content. But, yeah, literally all of these are all just offered for free. Now, granted, they're limited, but for certain things, it's a great site. I really love it a lot. And also, too, it's one of the only sites that you can rely on for having truly 100% royalty-free stock images, because a lot of sites will say that they have free images, and then you end up having to pay royalties for commercial use, which is what I'm using like for my comic, which is really annoying. And then also, too, they're all controlled by the creators as well, so you are never going to end up in a spot where it's like the stock is stolen. It's always uploaded by the people who photographed them, so... And they are pretty good about vetting them. They only really allow for, like, high-quality stock images as well, so you're not really going to run into anything that's, like, gross-looking. I use a combination of that and Google search, but Google is tricky and kind of scary because now it's like flooded with AI. So for stuff like this, it's pretty okay, where if I'm just using it for reference to create backgrounds and stuff, it's like, it doesn't really matter. But like, I had to get 3 students, or like alert 3 students, I should say. I didn't take any points off of any of them for using AI images as reference images for their material this week, or this last week, and it's like, guys, can't be doing that. But some images are so good that it's difficult to tell, like, okay, like, what is AI and what is not. Although ChatGPT's images are looking real fucking bad lately. Extra easy to spot. They're all fucking yellow. Because the AI cannibalized itself. And then sites like Crayon just produce monstrosities. So it's pretty easy to spot. Hold on, what even? I like this, like, mod ass chair. I'm gonna also need to fill in some furniture into this room, because otherwise it looks like really naked. Can't be having that. I need to figure out what this is. This room is. I'm thinking it's like her office or something. So I have to figure out, like, am I gonna put like a desk over here? Probably like a rug. If I finish 2 pages today, I'm gonna be like stunned. Hydrate. Everybody drink some fluids. I'm also drinking the honey orchid oolong today. It's really good. Oh, we got a whole self-care combo. Be sure to sit up, stretch. Take care of yourself. Don't shrimp. I love the fact that we can really just have processes that do whatever I want. I'm like, could I draw all of this out? Yeah. Am I getting paid enough to do that? Eh. It's more important for me to finish the story as a one-man wrecking crew than to cry. Alright, so now I need to figure out... Oh, let me finish doing the floor and stuff here. I need to figure out what I want to do with furniture in here. I legitimately have no idea what this room is. Wendy's kind of going rogue. This mansion is also fucking huge, so, like, I don't imagine that it's, like... This room is very well used. It could be, like, a storage room for all I know. Yeah, I'm like, can she even reasonably reach that thing? She's a little large. Yeah, better. Okay, so now... It's tough because it's like... This whole corner gets lost, too. Cut off. I'm just gonna do some storage boxes, I think. Let me see. Get some boxes in here. This box, well, if it's hanging off, it doesn't matter. People stack shit weird all the time. Are they perfect? No, but it works. I'm gonna turn this a little bit. We got the Christmas tree. I actually don't like this writing over on this side. It's storage. Okay, so now I have to fill out her silhouette. And then figure out where I'm going to put this thing so that it's not super offensive. But the point is still there. What was she wearing in this chapter? I don't remember. It's just like a t-shirt or a long sleeve shirt. And some pants. She's got her pearl earrings. So nothing crazy. Okay, so let me also, too, instead of having her hand balanced here, I'm going to have it in fist. And actually, what I might do, I think I am going to have this thing hanging from the ceiling. Hello? What? What? What is happening to you? What? What? Why are we whatting? Has something happened? Although I can say that that is definitely my overall mood. I am constantly confused. I'm using CC. So this is the most up-to-date. Thankfully, the school that I work for allows me to get Photoshop for very, very, very cheap. Okay, this is where I get flagged from by Google. Okay. Alright, so now I gotta get this bad boy in here. To be fair, she's trying to do this with a scarf. But I'm not going to really be showing any of this. Yeah, that's fine. That gets the point across pretty damn clear, I'm pretty sure. I was using CS6 for a really, really long time, and then unfortunately I can't use that anymore because I have to be able to do demos for my students, and if I'm not using the same software version that they are, they can get fucking confused. Hey, Mark, how's it going? How you doing? Since you just popped in, content warning here, we are dealing with suicidal themes in this comic. So if you do not feel comfortable looking at that right now, that is totally valid. I don't show anything on screen. This is effectively, the silhouette is as graphic as it's going to get. But just wanted to warn everybody. Oh, I guess I haven't saved. Oh my god, Photoshop. Hello? Oh, good. I love it when Photoshop just absolutely flips out. My fave. Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the question is, is if I do this, it fucks with her silhouette too bad. So I cannot do that. Oh, oh. Photoshop, why? So instead, I'm going to use this. I feel like hold on, there is an issue there. Is this messy? Yes. Is it super accurate for these boxes? No. Are those going to be mostly cropped off the side? Yes. Actually, everything I'm not ain't even real. The lighting is going to be really where this comes in hot. Yeah, nice. Easy peasy. Nothing crazy. So, trapped inside the devil's den. This is going to be like a full page. Okay. Yep. I need some, like, bokeh, I think, on this page. She's just got all the lights off in here. Let's see. Bokeh. I made this bokeh brush so that I could use it for things like this. That's my song. A little bit of that, and then also some dots here for some dust. Honestly, that's okay, Cal. No worries. It is what it is. To be honest, I'm actually going to end the stream right here. Because we did a lot of work. And I actually managed to get through 2 pages, which I was not anticipating considering yesterday was so slow. But we got through this one with the creepy hallway and then the reveal. So, that being said, that worked out pretty good. I'll be back on Monday. I'm going to be working on commissions on Monday. I'm very stoked. Thanks again to everybody who helps me constantly fill out my commission slots. I have never in my life had so many months in a row where my commission slots were completely full. And the last, like, 4 months or something, it's been, like, crazy. It's been completely booked, which is amazing. So I wanted to just say thank you to everybody for that and for trusting me with your artwork. I really do appreciate it a lot. Always, too, thanks for my YouTube subscribers. And thank you so much to Stone and others for subscribing to the YouTube recently. But I will be back on Monday. I will see you all then. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.